Just getting a post-match interview here at the Erie after today's 2-1 defeat, our first of the season against Leighton Town. Dave, start with you. I don't think we could have done much more in terms of a performance to get something out of the game today, but ultimately we've been punished for two lapses.
Pretty spot on. I thought we dominated second half in particular. I thought we dominated it, and we in our possession we give it away cheap, and it's Tom who normally is so secure when he's got it at his feet. We pass it away. Unfortunately, we get done on that break, and we go 2-1 down. And then I just felt that we had opportunities before they scored, and we had Adam was fizzing balls across the box. The goalkeeper's one's hit him like a bullet from Penny, and it's at his chest. He's just pleased to have got something behind it. Just look, it's one of those. It just wasn't to be. They celebrated massively as I would have done if we'd have got a result, and I don't blame them for that. I think they've got away with one today, and unfortunately we've gifted away. We gifted away 3 points. So I felt it was set up perfect for us. First half, look, they take the lead, we get the equaliser, and at that point, again, other than sort of rare breaks and long balls in behind us, I didn't fear too much, and then second half was the same. I don't know if it would have changed if it's 0-0 and they don't get that goal. Do they come out? Do they cause a few more problems? Do they then sat a lot deeper? But in truth, they sat deep, and we just kept going at them and going at them and going. They're defending for their lives. Credit to them. You can't say they were, they weren't lucky, because they put bodies in front of balls and they got touches at the right moment. Alex went round the goalkeeper. I don't know the number. The defenders just got a toe to it, and they seem to, credit to them, they seem to get a toe to everything at the right time, at the right place, at the right moment, and it just wouldn't quite fall for us. Bonnie's put one just over the bar late on. It's just that we have to live with it. We've had a good start to the season, and now it's a bit of a kick, but it's not one that we've not had before. We've lost to sides that were struggling in this league last year. Leighton are not going to struggle in this league. That's a big win for them, and it's a knock for us. But look, we'll come again like we always do.
So just touching on Leighton's performance, I think maybe us going behind early doors maybe played into their hands a little bit, because they're a very good side at sitting in deep, making it difficult, and then they had sort of players like Albie Hall up front who can cause problems on the counter attack.
Yeah, agreed, Lee. They defended really well. They banked up as we knew they would. When they got the goal, it suits them, like you just said. And with their striker up the top, like you say, he's going to hold the ball up well and try to make runs off in between the centre halves, which he did well. And I think, it did play into the hands. But ultimately, we got that equaliser. The game did change. It was just a shame that we let the goal, like you say, individual mistakes that you can't legislate for, but they happen. That's part of football. But even when they went 2-1 up, as Dave said, it was pretty much, the majority of the second half was played in this half, wasn't it, that we were attacking?
Yeah.
And the best bit that Leighton came forward with really was the counter on the break, which is what they were trying to do. So I didn't get the third. They didn't need the third because they won 2-1. But as we know, on these games where they've got fine margins, the tapping at the back post, the penalty on the penalty area or not, the debatable one, that makes the difference. So it was a very close game. It's a shame, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Do we just lack the rub of the green today, Skip, or was it just a case of they've defended really well, or we've just not taken our chances on the day?
Bit of everything. We've played well. I just said to them all, you hold your heads up high, but you're feeling disappointed, so you bottle that and remember it the next time you go out there, because there's been times when you're sitting there flabbergasted with the performances and you didn't deserve anything. So today we did, but they shoe on the other foot. They've deserved it as well. They've won 2-1 and they've scored the goals at the right time. They've defended in numbers. They defended well. They've defended the edge of their box. They didn't gift us anything at all. So it's just one of them. But I'm sitting there thinking, how well have we played at times? So I've got no qualms. It's just, unfortunately, as a team, our Achilles heel sometimes is individual mistakes, and it's when you're going to come up against certain sides you're not going to be gifted chances like we gifted them today. But that's life, and you move on.
I think it is going to be one of those leagues this season though where you've probably got one or two big hitters that might win most weeks, but the majority of the teams in this league, there's not a lot between them in terms of standard, and it's just going to come a bit like today where individual moments can either win you the game or lose you the game.
Absolutely. We keep saying fine margins because that's what it is, isn't it? You know, you miss one at the back post, you can slide in across a fizz ball across the box, and on another day you win the game 2-1, or you draw it 2-2, or the opponents go and win it 2-1. So I think you're right, Lee. There's lots of competitive games in the league, lots of high-scoring games, and there's quite a few that don't score. So I think you're absolutely right. Whether you score lots of goals, or you don't concede very many, and don't score many, I think they are going to be quite tight games, and yeah, it's a good competitive league.
Finally, Dave, looks like the dreaded hamstring struck again with George. What can you tell us about that?
Exactly that. Another hamstring. I don't know what we're doing. Must be down to you, because we had you doing the coaching. You're obviously doing something wrong with hamstrings, but that's 3 in the last 3 games. So honestly, I don't know, because he made a difference. Look, losing George was massive
He
for
was
us.
playing really well before he went off as well,
it was
wasn't he?
massive, and I don't know the answer to that. I'll have to ask Amy, because the truth is, you're almost waiting for it every week. And we were going to put Drew on, and Drew said he could feel his. So we made a decision not to bring him on for the same reason. Not to, you know, if we're selfish people, we just go, do you know what, sod it, go on, and if you get hamstring injury, tough. But that's not what we're about. So it'd be nice to get through a game and not have one.
They'll be calling us Hamstring Wade FC.
Yeah, well, at the moment we've played 3 hamstrings, haven't we? So we're not doing too bad. So Monday could be, if we can get through Monday without one, that'd be brilliant. But
in fairness, George said he felt it late last night on the dance floor, so he knew it was cramping up. But he said he was all right to play today. So as long as it doesn't affect his dancing and his bird pulling powers tonight, he'll be happy.
And following that excellent insight from the dance floor, try and enjoy your evening, chaps.
Yes.